Any man will listen to your emotions, will listen to you talk about your feelings. It's just how you do it. How are you going to maintain a relationship when you constantly trigger the hunter in him? We cannot just expect to be treated the way we want to be treated and act however we want to act. Like, that's absolutely absurd. We are just loved for being women. Men don't have that same luxury. Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about how to keep a high value man. What qualities and traits do we need as women to be wifey material? To be the woman that a man looks at and is like, that's the woman I want to be with forever. I have no problem with being with this one woman because she fulfills me. What is it that a man needs in a relationship from his woman to feel that way? To feel like he doesn't need to cheat, to feel like he doesn't want to consider other women, to feel like he, is eventually going to get tired of you. These are important things to consider because I feel like we live in a society where beauty is the only thing that women consider to keep a man. How fat your ass is, how big your chest is, how beautiful you look with makeup, how big your lips are. Like, yes, these are things that men value and want in their wife. They obviously want a beautiful wife, but we fail to recognize the other traits that make us beautiful. The things that we say and the things that we do and the way that we act and how we keep our composure and how we stay feminine. That is our true beauty, and that enhances whatever physical beauty that we have. So let's talk about the two things that we need to understand about being a true feminine woman in a relationship that makes a man feel satisfied and fulfilled and feel like you are enough. And these are the things that will keep your relationship strong. It will help you have a long-term relationship, and these traits will also help you be able to build that deep connection with a man that is what we all want in a relationship. Not just some one-night stand, not just a relationship built on lust. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. All right, so the two things every man wants is to always feel respected. No buts, no if, no scenarios where that is not the case. Always, no matter what, feel respected by his woman. And secondly, he wants his woman to be feminine in the way she carries herself. So let's go deeper into both of these things. First, let's talk about respect. Have you ever thought about the fact that men are loved more or less based on what they can provide? What makes a man high value? A man is high value when he can provide a high level of protection, a high level of security, a high level of financial stability. These are all the things that men have to work to gain. While a woman, all she needs to provide is femininity, which is all within herself. She does not have to go to the gym to become stronger, to be a better protector. A man has to do that. A man has to put in the work to be financially stable, has to get a career, has to make connections, have to be a certain level of respectable by other men to be able to up his financial game or to up his respect level within the community, to be able to provide a safety and security for his own woman and family. What we are meant to provide for men is not based on what we can get from the outside world. It's literally just who we are, our nurturing, our femininity. And we have gone very far away from who we are as feminine creatures, and we have become more masculine. And of course, a masculine man does not want a masculine woman. And in terms of respect, if men need to go out of their way to learn and grow and actually put in physical labor to get the things that make him more high value to be loved, then all he's asking is to be appreciated for the things that he needs to do in order for you to love him at all. It's really, really hard for a man to be in a position to be loved. Unlike women, we are just loved for being women. Men don't have that same luxury. Men need to work to be loved. So in return, they just want to feel like I'm doing this and I'm being appreciated, I'm being respected. My woman doesn't feel like I'm doing all this for her and she's taking advantage of it and still feels like she can disrespect me when I'm doing all this to be loved by her. And I hope that makes sense, because I feel like a lot of men feel this way and don't get treated the way they deserve to be treated, which just makes them completely turned off. Of course, if a man is putting in all this work, they want to feel respected. They want to feel like their hard work is noticed and is not taken advantage of and just is expected. The man can do this for any woman. And honestly, a man doesn't need to do it at all. A man's motivation to be a strong, high value man is to be loved in return. But love is not just, I love you, baby. Love is respect. Love is loyalty. Love is appreciation. Love is seeing the person wholly and completely. And that's what makes a man feel respected. And that's what makes a man feel loved. The way a woman feels loved, by being supported through their emotions, by feeling held and safe and secure and loved and beautiful next to their man, is not what makes a man feel loved. And it may seem obvious, but it's really not, because women are so caught up in their emotions and want to feel a certain way and want to be made feel a certain way that we forget that this is not how men need to feel loved. Men don't need to be supported through their emotions. Men just want to feel appreciated and respected for all the things that they know they have to do for love in their life. So that's why respect is so important. And that's why a lot of women feel like they can't keep a relationship, because they don't know how to truly respect the man. They don't understand what it truly takes to be a man that can be loved so deeply. We as women feel like we just deserve a man who's high value because we're so beautiful and we don't have to do anything. We just have to be pretty, and we deserve a man to be like however we need, and it doesn't matter how we treat them. We are as beautiful, so we can just treat them however, and they need to stay around because they need us. But no, in reality, we need men more than they need us. They have us for pleasure. They have us to feel more like a man. They have us to feel nurtured and safe and secure. But in reality, we can't take care of ourselves in the way they can. How can we protect ourselves from other men? We can't, but men can protect themselves from other men. But we don't have that same luxury. We don't have that same independence that a man can have in his own life, in his own reality. So that's number one. Feeling respected as a man is what keeps him going. It feels like his purpose is being fulfilled. If I'm putting in all this work and I'm shown no appreciation for the things that I do to be loved, like, of course, I'm not going to want to be with this person. I'm going to want to be with someone who does see all the work that I put in, who does appreciate me, who doesn't take advantage of it and feels like they can treat me however because they expect it. A lot of people, and women especially, are entitled and spoiled and feel like I need this, I deserve this, I deserve this, I deserve this, and I don't need to act in any type of way. I just deserve it because I'm a woman, because my life has been hard. But no matter what you've been through, you still have to put in for what you want. You can't expect anything from anybody and not give anything in return. And that's all what men want. Men want to feel like respected in that sense. And now I want to go deeper in your femininity and how to be feminine, why it's so important to be feminine to keep a man. When I speak on being feminine and staying feminine and why that's important to a man, I'm talking about mainly how we choose to react to him and our own emotions. Do we get aggressive? Do we start to get ghetto? Do we start yelling and screaming? And do we feel like because we feel a way, that's just our opportunity to call him names and just let out our anger without any responsibility and any accountability for how others may feel because of our emotions? Men have to maintain a certain level of emotional control, or else they will be in trouble. They could go to jail. They could be in altercations, conflict with other men. Us women, we live in a society where we are always able to get away with how we act, how we react, and how our emotions feel is just our excuse. Women are emotional so they can act however they want. But that's not true femininity. Femininity is understanding I have emotions, I can feel something, but I'm so in tune with who I am and how I feel that I can tap into, okay, I feel annoyed right now. I feel misunderstood. I feel unloved. Instead of lashing out and being like, you're this, and you don't love me, you're a bad partner, and literally completely forgetting everything that he does do to you to get that love from you. And just because you feel something that may not even be the truth, you're gonna lash out on him. Any man will listen to your emotions, will listen to you talk about your feelings. It's just how you do it. How do you convey your message? Are you being aggressive? Are you being defensive? Are you turning it around and blaming it on him? Or are you saying, look, baby, this is how I feel. This is something that you did that made me feel this way. And I love you. I still love you and I want us to be good. But I just want to have this conversation. Maybe we can clear it up. He's never going to say no. He's never going to act like, what is this girl talking about? Why does she want to talk about her feelings? When we come at them like, oh baby, why do you do this all the time? This. That's not feminine. And that is going to completely make him not want to talk to you. Completely zone out and disregard how you feel. And then we're like, oh, men don't want to talk. Men are not emotional creatures. They're very understanding. They're very wise. And they will definitely understand the things that you go through as long as you convey it in a way that they can take it in. Men deal with aggression from other men. They don't want to deal with aggression from their woman. A woman is meant to be feminine, nurturing, and how do we do that? We can't nurture and be feminine by being aggressive. So your tone of voice is very, very, very important. How you convey femininity through your voice and your actions and your anger and how well you can control your emotions makes you a high value woman. A man wants to be able to trust that he can talk to you and he does not get put into a situation now where he has to get on defense mode. Because when a man gets on defense mode, he's ready to fight and kill and hunt. That is the nature of a man. It's not the nature of a woman to be in that energy. So when we become in that energy, we trigger the man in a way that is not triggering his loving, affectionate husband, fatherly energy. We're triggering the protector, the hunter. And we don't want that, at least not towards us. And men don't want to feel like that towards their woman. They want to feel like, okay, this is the soft, pretty, delicate flower that I have. And I want to see that from her so that I can treat her in that way. And no, it's not like, oh, men should just treat us like that regardless. No, we cannot just expect to be treated the way we want to be treated and act however we want to act. Like, that's absolutely absurd. So we need to take an accountability for how we relate our emotions. How do we talk to them? How do we trigger them? Because every man is like that. Every man has that instinct in them to protect and kill and defend. And we are gonna need to be the very last thing in their life to ever trigger that energy from them. Because then you're not wifey material. You're just a one-night stand because you look good. But how are you gonna maintain a relationship when you constantly trigger the hunter in him when he's supposed to create a family with you? You don't want your husband to be always on defense mode around your kids. You want him to be the fatherly affection and loving to him. And it starts with you, the wife. You're gonna be talking to your kids aggressively too? No, you're gonna be like, these are little children. They don't know how to understand my anger. The same way nobody owes you that just understanding. So we need to understand that and understand that as a woman, to maintain femininity, it's all about how we react and convey how we feel. And it's never, never, never a good time or the right time to lash out just because we feel a type of way. And if you're not at a place where you can control your emotions like that, then you need to take space and really spend time alone. And you need to understand, okay, this makes me feel like this. This is how I like to react. And this is not healthy. This can make someone triggered. And we need to work on that. Not necessarily to be the perfect wife even, but just to be someone that is healthy and can work through their emotions on their own and doesn't need to project how they feel just to feel better or just to get the clarity that they're looking for. So with that being said, remember, men are very different creatures from women. Men are loved and feel loved differently from how women are. So if you want to keep a man, and if you want to keep a high value man, then you need to understand these things. They always want to be shown respect. And we can show respect to them by how we react to our emotions, how we convey and deal with their emotions too. By always being calm, always being like, okay, Usa, it's okay that I feel something, but let's handle this in a mature manner. Let's handle this through calmness. And remember that he goes out of his way to receive the love from you by providing what you need. So all we can do is be like, baby, like, I appreciate you. And I never take advantage of what you do for me. And how I show that to you is through my loyalty, by never raising my tone at you, by never second guessing if you love me or not. Because you're going out of your way, you're waking up every day to go to work and bring home money and give me a roof over my head, give me groceries, giving me a place to be comfortable and beautiful. And I'm still saying you're not good, you're this and that. Like, come on, women. We need to at least work with them. Work with them with the men in our life. Understand that what they have to do is hard, and they're not just doing it because they have to. And we have a part to play too. We need to be bringing that femininity into men. Our men today are broken and torn and unhealed. And we can start healing our men by being feminine, by remaining calm, by letting them know that they always have a safe place with us, because I'm never gonna bring the aggressiveness that triggers your hunter. When you come home to me, you don't have to be the hunter anymore. You could just be yourself. You could just be that affectionate man that likes to feel loved and held by his woman. And a man who's in his hunter energy cannot step into that energy, that frame of calmness and true rest and recharge. That's what we're here for. And that's what men work for. They just want to provide. They just want a woman that can make them feel safe at home. And that's how we do it. Make them feel appreciated and give them that jolt of motivation and energy. Just wake up every day and just keep going and doing what makes them feel like their purpose is being fulfilled. So take that into consideration. Go journal, go look in the mirror and do some self-reflection. And you're gonna be a high value woman in no time, and you're gonna be a woman who a man wants to keep around because you're someone he can trust and you're someone that makes him feel good and safe. So yeah, thanks for listening. Peace.